I'm Jeremy, submission grappler. My assistant here is Wacko Jack Styles, pro wrestler. In this video, we're going to go into some arm locks, some of my personal favorites. These holds are good in MMA, any form of submission grappling. If you are a pro wrestler, you can take this stuff to the ring. It's also good on the street. You can use these holds for self-defense if your life is really on the line, not in a tussle with your buddy. And in that instance, you would want to apply them as hard as you can, as quick as you can. And if you hear it break, keep on cranking it so you can do as much damage to that whatever limb as possible and put that limb out of commission for the rest of that fight. Alright, we're going to go into some arm locks here. If you could lie on your back. Yeah, and make a turn to your right. We can turn it all the way around so we get right here. That's good. Alright. This arm lock is done from a full mount. This is a figure A arm bar. Essentially, it's a shoulder crank. What you want to do is you want to get your left arm in between his head and his left arm. You're going to want to raise it up this way, pointing up, elbow pointing up. If you could just keep it right there. This is tight. I'm not going to apply much pressure. Put your left arm in between his head and his arm. Now you put your head on the side of his elbow. I don't know if you can see it, but I've got a hold of his hand as a handle. To apply the submission, you pull to your right and push. Push to your left with your head against his arm. And that's the hold. Okay. I'm just going to turn you around this way. Room as possible. We're going to go into a couple of dragging arm bars. One of them with a slight variation. This would be something you'd generally be doing from side control. And it helps if he's trying to roll to his right. If he starts rolling, this is when you grab his wrist. Obviously you'd be doing this real fast, but for the demonstration I've got to do it slow. Like I say, it's a dragging arm bar. You start to lift on his arm, keep going forward until he's on his stomach. Alright, when he's on his stomach, you sit down on his shoulder. To apply the pressure to the shoulder, it's pretty simple. Just pull up on his wrists. You can push down with your butt and lean back just a little. We're just going to do a slight variation. This might be a little uncomfortable in your face. Dragging arm bar with a neck hook variation. I'm doing the same thing. I'm lifting, I'm turning him over. As I do, I step over his head, and we keep going. I put my foot underneath, and we keep rolling until he's on his stomach. A lot of this stuff is really rough, so on the demonstration, this will be far enough to apply the hold right here. You've got the head hooked. To put pressure on his face and neck, just basically squeeze your thigh and calf together. If you can, try to raise your ankle upward, and again, pull up on the wrist. See, the best angle for this one would be if you could go all the way around that way. Yeah. Maybe a little more there. Kind of crooked. Here we go. This is a shark fin. It's also done from side control. You got side control. Now this is the way his arm is going to end up. If you could just loosen it up like a wet noodle, it's going to end up like that. If you can see that. Kind of looks like shark fin there. What you're going to want to do, get your left arm over his left arm. From here, you hook under the elbow. You hook under the elbow, join hands, and just simply raise the elbow, pulling up with both hands. Alright. Now while we're still in this position, this is a straight arm bar using the back of your head. And it's done from a full mount. This is a full mount. You could be struggling, he's trying to hit you depending on what you're doing. But eventually what you're going to want to do, it's very simple, is just get his arm behind your head. Use your left arm to control his right arm. Try to keep him from grabbing your right arm or his left arm and interrupting the hold. From here, pull down on the wrist and lift up with your head. Now we're going to go into a knee over, knee under, straight arm bar. Thing that makes this one unique is you just use your legs for this one. You could just roll to your stomach. For this one, you'd apply this when you had side control while he's on his stomach. Now, take his arm, straighten it out, and then hook his wrist. Hook his wrist in the crook of your left knee. Now there's some space there. You can't see it from the sleeve. Plenty enough to apply the submission and or break the arm. Take your right knee, put it on the joint, and all you got to do is just push down with your right knee. Very easy to break it this way. If this is self-defense and you're having trouble breaking it, go ahead and put your hands on your thigh to help you push down and snap the arm. Alright, let's see. The best position for the best angle. If you could lay on your back with your head facing that way. Full turn. There you go. Pull you this way a bit. Alright. This is an outside head hook arm crank. About the time that you'd be able to apply this would be from side control. And best time to apply it would be when he starts, if he started to roll over onto his right side. He starts rolling here. This is where you get it. I'm not going to hurt your arm. You just loosen it. There you go. Now you hook your left arm underneath his right arm. Go past the elbow joint. From here, you grab a hold of the crook of your elbow with your left hand. Take your right hand, put it right on the back of his arm, and pretty much at the same time, if you could just lean your head back as far as you could for reasons of comfort, you hook the head. Alright, from here, he can't roll out of it. Put pressure on the shoulder. You start turning his arm counterclockwise, going in this direction by bending your left arm. And you can add a little bit of upward motion with this arm just by turning, and that's how you get the submission. Alright, you can stay just like that. This is an inward body hook shoulder crank. For this one, just loosen it up. I'm not going to do it too hard. Same thing, he's kind of trying to roll over on his right side. You hook the arm. It's in the opposite direction as the last one. As you can see, you put your right arm underneath his left. I'm gonna go ahead and step over, hook onto the body. That's so he can't roll out. See how I have that hooked? From here again, you grab your hand, do the crook of your left elbow, grab his bicep. Now you start turning clockwise, turning this way, pushing down with your right elbow, and doing a clockwise twisting motion with your right. That's how you get the submission. So those are some of my favorite arm locks. Hope you find them useful. And, that'll be it.